Young Barbra Streisand was not ready for all the lies and criticism that came with being famous. In her recent autobiography, she talks a lot about the downsides of fame. That includes being falsely depicted by the press.
I was disillusioned with these interviews. Why waste my time when they didn't print what I said half the time? Why wasn't the truth enough?
Barbra learned very quickly that correcting the story would only draw more attention to it.
And I didn't want this kind of attention. I didn't like being looked at so closely. I felt as if I were pinned to a dissecting table.
Barbra still struggles with the press making up stories about her. She is especially very protective of her private life. But despite Barbra's attempts to try to remain as private as she can, the press has never stopped speculating and creating rumors about her marriage to Jim Brolin. In her memoir, Barbra shares an awkward story that happened to her and Jim just recently at a grocery store.
We walked into the market holding hands, and a man came up behind us and said in a loud voice, "I'm so happy to see you back together." Back together? When were we apart? Did my husband move out and I somehow failed to notice?
Although Barbra knows that these kinds of stories often stem from the public's fascination with celebrities and the media's need to generate sensational headlines, they are still very unpleasant to her.
You see, I like facts. I have great respect for facts. And the idea of just making something up really bothers me.
For years, Barbra resisted the idea of writing an autobiography. But she finally decided to set the record straight on all the false things that have ever been written or spoken about her and her loved ones.
So I finally said yes to writing this book.